Hi team, Kathy here. Tonight I wanted to take the opportunity to show you how I use the Benner Library to support my discussion posts when I reply to you or your peers. This evening I was inspired by Michelle's post regarding fecal transplants for antibiotic-associated colitis related to C. diff infections. As you can see here, I began my post by stating that fecal transplants are an approved treatment option. Next, I went to the library to obtain some support for my statement and some evidence-based research to add details. So as you can see here, I went to the Benner Library, selected the subject guide, and of course I picked nursing. Next, I picked the CINAHL Complete database, which brought me to EBSCOhost. So I typed in the keyword fecal transplant. I wanted full text articles, so I selected that option, and then I hit search here. These first two articles I've already read, but I wanted to show you how I found them. They were just fabulous. So if you look here, this article is published by the American Association of Critical Care Nurses in their Advanced Critical Care Journal. And it also has CEs. So it's a great article. If you take the time to read it, you could also submit it for CEs. So what I found interesting was that while many of us think that fecal transplants is a new idea, it really isn't and has been around for quite some time. So I go back to my post here, and I wanted to type that according to the authors whose names I don't remember, so I go back to the article, and if you note over here this little icon, it says Cite. If you click Cite, it's going to bring you the various citation formats for the article. So we use APA in nursing and in the sciences, so I'm going to copy that. Then I go back to the post, and I'm going to scroll down a little and put in my reference. Okay, now I can see the names of the authors easily, and I can put in, let's see if I spell this right, the names of the authors. And let's see, what do I want to say? According to Lubaka and Vaughn, and I have to put the year after that, so let's get the year in. Oopsie, you can see I'm a wonderful typist. Okay, FMT has been around since the beginning of the 4th century. Now, I simply can return here and start my references. So I'm going to center this and type the word reference. And I have my reference ready. As you know here, we always have to check our references because even though we did get it from the library here, get out of that, it doesn't mean it's perfectly correct according to APA format, the 6th edition. So, if you remember, the title of a journal article should not have capital letters, so I'm going to fix that. Everything else looks okay though. There's no additional information between the page number and the DOI, which can sometimes happen, so I'm set there. Now, I would also like to add some additional information to support this post. So I'm going to go back to the library to the other articles. So I'm going to go back to the result list and pick the first article, which I had also read from Germany. And what I wanted to add here is that C. diff is actually the leading cause of healthcare-related diarrhea worldwide. So that is an important thing for us to realize, that This is one of the reasons that we decided to opt for fecal transplants and do some research on it, because of the fact that our current treatments were not as effective as they could be, especially with people with recurrent or refractory C. diff infections. So I'm going to go back to the article, and maybe this time I'm going to add a quote. So I think what I'm going to say is, let's see, let me think here. Quote. I'll put it ahead. It makes more sense to put it ahead of the treatment option. So I'm going to say CDI is the leading cause of health care related diarrhea worldwide, which is what the authors had stated. So of course I have to cite that properly. And if we go back to the article, we'll see how it is cited. So again, I'm going to click on my icon here for cite, and I'm going to scroll down to APA, and I'm going to look at this, copy, go back to my discussion, and I'm going to paste that. And it looks like it started with the title of the article, which is before the letter L, so I'm going to paste that right there. Now, when I look at this reference, it's starting with the title of the article, so I want to go back to the library to be sure that there were not any authors, because it's missing. I just want to confirm that. And when I look here, there actually are authors. There are 3 authors, so I'm going to copy that, because that should be part of the reference and citation. So let's put that here. I'm going to paste that in, and of course it's not in the proper format, so I'm going to put S period, comma, space, and delete some of this out. And I'll need the letter A in front of this person's last name. And then we'll get rid of that. And we'll put the M here. And then the year would go after this, and this was also from 2016, so these are very relevant articles. Let me go back here and get this out. Okay, so it saved me from keystroking a lot of things, but again, if we look here, they have capitalized everything when it's not according to APA format. I'm going to go back and fix that. In a Word document, I could just highlight it all and put it in lowercase, but in this format in our discussion post, we're not able to do that. Now, C. diff is a proper noun, but it's only the first name of the bacterium is capitalized, so I'm going to leave the D small. And there we go, but we already have the year in, so we can take that out and just put the journal name here. This looks correct. It has the volume and the issues, the page numbers, and the DOI. So we're set there. Now I just have to go back here and type in the names of the authors for my citation, which are Hagel, Stalmach, and who else was it? And I have to get the year in. So let's see if I spelled those names right. Hagel, Stalmach, Bereschild. Great. So now I'm going to see what page that quote was. As I said, CDI is the leading cause of healthcare-related diarrhea worldwide. And that was on the first page of this article, which is page 583. So I'm going to go back here. Because this is a direct quote, I need to put the page number. So now I have a quotation that I have cited appropriately from one journal article, and then I have paraphrased a statement from the other article. So I could submit this, I could add more details, but I already have my reference and everything ready. So right now, I can edit this if I need to, but I would just hit post for my reply. And as you can see, everything is ready here. I don't know why that says that there. Which just shows you how easy it is to use the library. Again, you just simply go to CINAHL Complete under the databases because that has the most health-related and nursing articles for evidence-based research, and over to this icon to get a starting point for your citation. I hope you found this helpful. Again, I just want to tell you thank you. You guys are doing a phenomenal job with your PathoPhys. I just wanted to encourage you to use the Venner Library rather than relying on websites such as the Mayo Clinic and so on. While they may have the home code, which is very important because we don't want to use non-dated websites because we can't be sure that it is the most up-to-date and recent information on our PathoPhys. However, if they have the home code, it is great. But the library is going to have actually peer-reviewed evidence-based practice journal articles. So those are usually the best in a scholarly format, forum actually, like our discussion posts. Alrighty, you guys have a nice weekend, and I'll see you in our class next week, probably Monday.